Hello, and thank you so much for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. My name is Jenny, and I'm going to get started on the first DIY for today. I have two of these jars from the Dollar Tree, and what I'm going to be doing is decoupaging one of these napkins on these jars. I thought these napkins were so pretty, and what I'm going to do is take one, and I am going to pull the ply apart because it's like a 2-ply, and you'll see what I mean. And I'm going to be using one napkin for both of these jars. So once I get it opened up, what I'm going to do is just pull off the ply, and then I am going to be cutting this napkin in half. These two DIYs are so cute, so simple, but I absolutely love how they turned out. So what I'm going to do first is take one of the jars, and I'm just using some Mod Podge, and I did pick that bottle up from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just using one of these sponge brushes to spread the Mod Podge around the jar very evenly. I just want to make sure that it's an even light coat. That's why I'm going to continue to spread it. And once that is complete, I'm now going to sit it on the napkin and just sort of roll it over. So I want to make sure that the napkin covers the rim of the jar and most of the bottom. So I'm just rubbing and pressing it down to make sure that it connects. Now the napkin is longer, so what I'm going to do is just use my scissors to clip it down where it connects. And then I'm going to go back and add some more of that Mod Podge on top of the napkin, and I'm just going to make sure that I be careful when I'm spreading it out and pressing it down so I won't rip the napkin. This is really simple. I'm not going to have to trim much down because I am going to press down all this napkin. I'm going to press the overlap down to the bottom, and then I'm going to press the overlap around the top, just making sure that it adheres to this jar. And I am going in with a lot of Mod Podge because since it's a jar, I want to make sure that it dries and it's really nice and hard. So as you can see, I'm going in an up and down motion, just pressing it down, pulling out any wrinkles. I don't mind a little wrinkles, but I want to kind of make this as smooth as possible. Now I'm just working on the second one, repeating those steps, adding the glue to the jar first, and then placing the jar on the napkin and just rolling it up in the napkin, making sure that I smooth everything out. And I thought these were so cute. Now this napkin, they also had some disposable coffee cups that match this napkin, and that's why I thought it would be so cute to add all of these items to like my sister's coffee bar. I just thought it was so cute. So I'm going to over it again with the Mod Podge, pressing everything down, making sure to be careful so I won't rip the napkin. And once that dries, this is how it's look. It needs to dry a little bit more, but some of the paper at the top didn't have glue on it, so it's just a little bit. So I'm just going with the scissors to trim that down. That's pretty much it. Everything else was sort of secured. And now what I'm going to do to style these is to take some of this jute cord. I couldn't think, some jute cord, and wrap it around the rim of the jar. I'm not going to add a bow. I'm just going to wrap it around and tack it down with some hot glue, and then I'm going to do both of the jars like this. I just thought this was so cute. Now the Dollar Tree did put out some Valentine's Day fairy lights, and they're like pink, some of them are red, and they are the ones that's battery operated. I thought it'd be cute to light up the little coffee bar area for my sister. So I'm just going to take these. I already added the batteries into them, and I'm just going to place the fairy lights in the jar, adding the battery pack last so that it can be easy to access to turn on and off. As you can see, this is like a soft red color. This one is more of a pink color, but I just thought these were so cute. They look really cute off and they look adorable on, and I just love how these turned out. DIY. I'm going to be using one of these round wood pieces with the jute hanger from the Dollar Tree. But first what I'm going to do is remove the jute hanger, and I will be placing it back. And I'm also going to use a piece of this napkin. But what I want to do first is let you guys know that I am in a collaboration today called Valentine's Decoupage Party, and it's hosted by these talented ladies here on this platform. I've seen all of their work and they are super excited. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this later in the video. I'm going to finish off this DIY. I'm just cutting down the napkin because I just need like a quarter of the piece, and then I am going to use some more Mod Podge and decoupage that piece over the top part of this wood piece. So I'm just spreading the glue around the top, and then I'm going to go and make sure I add it to the sides too, because I wanted the napkin to be on the side of this round piece as well. I'm just going to place the napkin right on top and start just smoothing everything down, making sure that I get rid of any creases or bubbles. You could paint this first, but I want to have that muted look, so that's why I didn't go in with any color paint for this project. I'm just making sure that I add the glue around the edges and around the sides so that everything could be nice and secure. And I like to make sure that I hit the corners and the crease real good with the foam brush. It may seem like I'm going fast, but I'm being really careful to not like tear the napkin. So I'm just going to continue that all the way around, and then make sure that I spread it evenly over the top. And then once I feel like I have enough glue added, I'm going to let this dry, and then just take a Dollar Tree sanding block to distress off any of the hanging paper. And I am going to distress it a little bit on the sides just to give it a more of a rustic look. Now, since I covered the hole where the jute hanger was, I'm going to make sure I poke through that napkin to create that hole again, because I do want to add the jute hanger back, because I'm going to be using this as a lid, and that's going to be like a pool lid, and you'll see what I mean by that. Once I get the piece of jute cord strung through, I'm just going to tie a knot the way it was when before I added the napkin to it. So I'm just going to tie a little knot off. And then what I'm going to be pairing this with is a jar from the Dollar Tree. It's like a vase. The Dollar Tree always have these, and I thought it would be cute for a candy dish. And this fits perfect inside of that jar. And here it is. It's a vase actually. And so what I'm going to do is just add in some of these Hershey Kisses. They have the pink wrap ones and the red ones, and then this is the perfect lid that fits right inside, and pretty much that's just a pour to do the pour lid thing, if that makes sense. I absolutely love how this turned out. I think it is so adorable. Now for the next DIY, I'm using one of these Dollar Tree crates, and I'm going to use a full napkin. I already poured off the second ply. I'm actually going to be using a full napkin, plus I'm going to be using 2 full napkins, because I'm going to Mod Podge this onto this crate, and then I'm going to take pieces and kind of add extra pieces wherever I feel it's needed, because I want this to kind of be texture. So as you can see, I'm just cutting a slit in the corners so that I can easily fold it up. Now I'm going to take some of that Mod Podge, and I'm going to go around this entire crate, including the bottom, with this glue. And then I'm just going to place it right back on the napkin, and I'm going to start folding the napkin and then adding Mod Podge on top of the napkin. This was pretty easy. It may not look like it was, but it was pretty easy. I was really careful without tearing the napkin, but I guess it didn't matter because I was adding extra pieces because I wanted to bring a lot of texture into this piece. And so I'm going over it with some more Mod Podge, and then I'm making sure that I hit the corners and the edges, just pushing that down in the inside with some glue. And then I'm going to go around the crate doing the same thing, pulling off pieces if they're in the way, but reapplying them on top if needed. And you can kind of see what I mean. Like I'm going over the napkin, making sure I hit the edges, then pushing the napkin down in the inside and adding enough glue. And once I do that, I'm also going to be adding pieces of napkins down in the inside because I want this to be completely covered and I want to bring in a lot of texture. So right there, I pulled off a piece, but I'll be adding it back on the crate somewhere. So I'm just going over it, going over the edges. And as you can see, just pushing things down, adding extra pieces there, and then I'm just going to add some Mod Podge on top, and I'm just going to continue this until I feel like I have enough texture. Just going over with the glue, that way when this dries it can be really hard and secured. And I think this was a cute idea because I'm going to add some K-cups in this for a coffee bar. So now I'm just checking to make sure that everything has enough glue, and then I'm just going to cut some more pieces because now I want to place that down in the inside, and then go over that as well with some Mod Podge, letting it overlap. Just adding glue wherever I added napkin, and I'm just going over with an extra coat, and that is going to be it for this. After I add a few more pieces, as you can see right here, that's it. I'm going to let this dry really good, and I do love how this turned out. Once everything dried, I didn't have to sand anything. Everything is covered, and I think this is cute to go with the other decor for the coffee bar. Now for this DIY, I'm using one of these beaded picture frames that my sweet friend May from Craft Away with May sent me. I thought these was so cute. So I'm pretty much just going to add some of that tissue paper to this side of the frame. Now, instead of using Mod Podge, I'm going to be using that tacky glue from the Dollar Tree. It's really thick. Now, I'm not going to paint this. You can paint it white. I wanted this sign to be muted, so I wanted to keep that natural color of this cardboard to add, because I am going to cut out a little heart that's white, and I want it to kind of be transparent on top. I'll see, you'll see what I mean later. So once I place the napkin on, I'm just going to press everything down, and then I am going to just cut off that hanging napkin once I add some more of that tacky glue right to it. This tacky glue is really thick, but I do like working with it. So I'm just going to clip off the hanging napkin, and then I have a pack of those dollies from the Dollar Tree, the heart-shaped dollies that they put out for Valentine's, and I needed a really thin heart so it can kind of be transparent. And so I'm just going to take one of those dollies and cut that heart out in the center. This is really thin, so I want you to kind of see the other hearts on that sheet just a little bit through this heart. So once I get that heart cut out, I'm going to use some more of that tacky glue to adhere that to the backing of the frame. This was just a really cute, simple picture that I thought would be cute to add to the coffee bar to sort of match the rest of the decor. So I'm adding some of the tacky glue, and then as you can see, when I place the heart down, you can sort of see the other hearts through it. I just thought it was really cute. And then once that dries, I'm just creating a little jute bow to add right to the top. And I'm just going to use some hot glue to attach that. And then I'm going to take this backing and add it back to the pictured frame. I'm just going to cut that cord down just a little bit, and then I'm going to place it back into the frame. And I'm adding the glass first, and that is going to be it. This was really simple, but I think it's a cute addition with the rest of the decor. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the collaboration. I'm going to have all of the information linked in the description box below so that you can click on the playlist and just get some really fun inspiration. This is a decoupage party, and I'm so excited to be at the party with all of these talented ladies. I have viewed all of their channels. I have collabed with them in the past, and they are so talented. I am super excited to see what they created. If you came over from their channels, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. After watching my video and you go visit my talented friends, make sure that you tell them Jenny said hello. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Until next time, my sweet friends, stay safe.